All right, number 1 in 11 prep, getting ready for solving systems. We're going to solve this system using any method. We have 3 times y minus 20 equals -1 minus 8x. And then right below it we have 8x equals 8 minus 6y plus 3x. All right, so I'm going to distribute, and then I will collect like terms, and I'll try to write it in standard form. That's the best way when we want to set up a system of equations. Write it in standard form, and then we'll try to solve with elimination. So distribute 3 for equation 1, so that's going to give me 3y minus 60 equals -1 minus 8x. Now with this one, I am going to subtract 3x and move over the 6y added. Do the opposite, so it'll change signs. So 8 minus 3 will give me 5x. Add 6y, and that's going to be equal to 8. Okay, so that one's in standard form, roughly. And then up here, I'm going to add the 8 over, and then add the 60 and move it over. So when I add the 8x, I'm just going to give me 8x plus the 3y, and then add the 60 over, so you'll subtract 1, so that'll be equal to 59. So these are the 2 equations. Now I've been writing them. This is 1, this is 2, 1, 2. So this is 1. I'm going to go ahead and bring down 2, so it's right below it. 2, 8. Okay, so the way elimination works is we want the same number in front of x or y, opposite sign. I can make that happen by multiplying this equation by -2. So I'm going to make a note and say I'm going to multiply this by -2. And I'm going to write the result right below here. So if I multiply this by -2, -16x minus 6y, and this will be a -118. And so once you have one of them opposite, we're going to add these 2 together or subtract them if the sign's opposite. So -11x, the y gets eliminated, hence the elimination method, and then this will give us a -110. Divide by -11, and we get x equals 10. Once we have x, we can plug it in to y in either of the original equations. It doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and do this one. We'll do it in equation 2. So we'll do 8 times 10 equals 8 minus 6y plus 3 times 10. I could do it in this form. This will be better, but I just went to the original. Sometimes if you make a mistake, you'll get it wrong. So usually going to the original will work out better. This will give us 80 equals 8 minus 6y plus 30. That will give us 38. We'll subtract 38 from 80. 80 minus 38 will give us 42. -6y. Divide by -6. And we get y equals -7, provided we have not made any errors. Now I'm also going to show you how to plug this into the calculator, because we're going to be going to matrices, and we're going to solve the system again, provided that we haven't made any errors. We're going to plug it in the standard form. That's why I want to get it in this form. From here, we'll plug it in the calculator, and we will be able to see. So what we'll see is a matrix. And make sure your x's are lined up. So you have a 1, 0, and then some number. And then you'll have a 0, 1, and then some number. In this first column, we had the variable x. So when x is 1, that's saying the x is equal to whatever this number is. The second column, we had y. When y is 1, y, whatever this number is the answer for y. So hopefully we should see a 10 and a negative 7. The way we do that, turn on the calculator. I'm going to go to matrix. It's in blue, right below that math button. So I got to do second matrix. I'm going to go over to edit, and then we're going to just pick one of them. Usually I just do it in A, so I'm going to hit enter. We have 2 equations, so you have to tell it how many, and then we have 3 items. So we got the x, the y, and then the solution. So this is going to be a 2 by 3. Okay. In here we only put the coefficients, only the numbers. So 8, 3, and 59. Make sure you enter the data correctly. That's the most common error. Second row, 5, negative 6. Nope, sorry. We did 8, 3, 59. So we're going to do 5, 6, not negative 6. Positive 6, and the 8. Alright, so once you have this matrix entered, we're going to quit second, and then the mode button to quit. We're going to go back to second matrix. We're going to go over to math, and we're going to arrow up. We're looking for RREF, that is reduced row echelon form. That is the terminology that means we're going to solve the matrix. It's right here, option B, RREF, reduced row echelon form. And then it's waiting for an input. So what do you want to reduce? We got to do second matrix one more time. So each time we're going to do it 3 times. You got to edit it, go to the calculation, and then pick the matrix. So we put our information in matrix A, so I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to tell me I'm going to reduce this matrix. And then so we see 1, we get a 10, okay, so that's telling me x is 10, and then in the second column there's a 1 and we get a negative 7, telling me that y is negative 7, so it matches. So this is an ordered pair. The solution set, left pattern, the ordered pair, will it not do that? The left pattern, okay, it already got it. X is 10, y is negative 7.